but like, I can't fail. I hear you. I have financial aid. If I fail, I'm gonna lose my financial aid. Like, please, just let me just be here. Just let me join.
I understand. I get it. It's unfortunate. It's frustrating. We'll see if we can work something out. Take a couple breaths for me before you pass out. Okay. Go ahead. Let's hang out in the middle. We'll see if we can find the lab lead. We'll figure something out if we can. But for right now, because we are in the middle of sim, we'll complete this and we'll figure out something a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
And
Theme. Okay.
Okay. So.
First, I'll just say, way to stay calm the entire time.
I agree. Strong work. Like channeling in a park, something like that. So great job. I appreciated how you just said, you know, I can see how this is frustrating, but this is the line, right? Like, we're not allowing you to just step into this space. And I like how you immediately were like, we're going to go find the lab lead, okay? Because that's what we ultimately want. They're the ones who are going to determine. The one thing we do caution, don't make any sort of promises. Be like, but it's just like, I'm not sure. I am not sure what this is going to look like for you. We're going to go find the lab lead and you can have that conversation with them. Because what happens, and what we have found, is that they get into this cycle and this loop, and they just keep trying a different verbiage and a different angle to try to get you to give them some sort of assurances and promises that they'll be able to continue and it will not be a problem for them. The unfortunate thing, and Nathan had said it, that this would be his second time doing it, but we might not know if they've already had an unexcused absence or they were late. So this might be failure of the course, or depending on if it's 2 semesters in a row, could be dismissal from the program. So we just don't want to put that onto you guys to have to manage. Just do exactly like you did, direct it back to the course lead. If it's some semesters, the course leads run one of their own sim groups, right? And so they kind of get sucked into a room. That is an appropriate time to go interrupt their simulation, to be like, we're having a situation, can you step out for a minute and just let them manage the situation. People who are in position of being lab lead, generally speaking, have the ability to quickly modify their simulation scenarios, not going too far off course. That catches them back up with the pacing that they're supposed to be in for the simulation without too much disruption. So please feel empowered to go find them, let them manage the situation so you can come back into your space and facilitate with the rest of the students. But sometimes they'll do that. They'll find the nearest person and they'll be like, you help me, right? So good job, though. Good job.
Yeah.
Is it a policy that if they're late and we've already started, you send them away? Like, that's the policy, right?
So we have 15 minutes, up to 15 minutes, and for the first offense, they may be sent home. So it might already be, 3 objectives into a simulation because it moved really fast, and a lab lead may be like, you know what, we're too far in, or like for first semester, that might equate to almost a whole rotation for a skills demonstration. So it might be, it's up to the discretion to send them home at that time. If they're late on their second, it's an automatic unexcused absence where they're sent home.
Yeah, the first time is kind of up to the lab lead to decide.
Yep, they can be, but they still get counted as an absence.
But every time, still send them to the lab lead.
Okay.
It's not on you to make that decision.
Right, okay.
It's just this is the policy, so we're going to go grab the lab lead and they're going to take it from here.
Well, and now we have that professionalism rubric, which also it could affect points.
Oh, it will.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It will. That's why all of this. But again, in lab in particular, I just want you to know what the policy is so that then you go grab the lab lead to enforce it.
And then following up with an email, right? So what lab do you primarily work out of? Second and fourth. So depending on which one, it would be Brian and Corinne or Carrie and Brooke. Make sure you include both leads on that email that you send as a narrative. We work really close in the teams, and so what can be challenging is if we're both not aware of the situation, and this has happened in the past, where a student will go to one lab lead, get a response, don't like it, they'll go to the next course lead looking for a different response. But then they'll change their language because they know that the initial approach didn't get them the answer that they wanted. That happened to Nathan and Laura in first semester with a skills pass-off.
No, I was the first one who said no, and then they changed their language because they saw that it didn't work, and the story they told was different to Laura, so that let it go through.
Yep. Okay, so just be very communicative with everybody, write your narrative up, use specific language, use quotations, especially if it's inappropriate language, right? You can channel the meme of patient told me to go explicit myself. We'll continue to monitor, right? Like, yes, include that because it's all part of how we will kind of have that documentation to support what might happen with that student and their progression. Okay.
All right. Next, thank you.
Yes.
Next scenario is going to be a clinical scenario. Are you ready? So who would like to be the clinical instructor for this?
All right.
Yes? Okay. So you are at clinical. More likely you're probably standing, so you can be right here where the camera is. Okay. All right. So for this scenario, it is in clinical. You instructed your students to be there at 6:30 so that you can have everyone ready and arranged for the 7 o'clock shift change to happen. It's now 7:10. And
have I gotten students dropped off or am I in the process?
That can be up to you, but your instructions were to have them be there at 6:30 specifically to avoid any of that.
Okay.
So
Yes,
the students knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, since they're on the unit. There you go. Okay, so 7:10, this is happening.
I know I couldn't find the parking lot, and the email that you sent wasn't very clear, but I made it, and where am I supposed to go now?
Okay, so the email said be here at 6:30, right? So we could get everything together, and I understand parking, especially student parking, is really far away and everything, but it's pretty clear 6:30. Shift change is at 7, right? 7:10 now.
Okay.
Students are already on the floor. If I now go and take you to the nurses, I'm going to disrupt their shift change, and because I was pretty upfront with being at 6:30, I'm going to have to send you home for today and let the course lead know that that's where we're at.
I mean, but it's not my fault. Like, the parking was not my fault, and like, I mean, it wasn't clear. No one sent any instructions. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. I mean, why can't I just
take part?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. No,
don't they make
understand.
exceptions?
It's
like,
very.
This isn't fair. I'm really upset. This isn't my fault.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it wasn't clear, and so now I'm gonna miss my clinical. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It's rude. This is really rude. Like,
no,
you can't just take one, like, just give me one chance. I mean, I'm a good student. I'm always on time to everything else. This was my first one. I mean, it wasn't my fault with parking.
No, I get it.
Why do you have to be mean?
There are a lot of
this
things.
Is rude. You're being rude.
And I'm sorry you feel that way, but school policy is we need to be on time. If I take you up, I'm going to interfere with shift change. Those nurses are
it happens all the time. They have people interrupt, right? Like, it's just one time.
Patient care is our priority. If I go and interrupt the nurses, it's going to set their shift off in a bad light. Might get you off on a bad foot with your mentor. I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to
you're already doing this to me. You're already doing this to me.
Like, my concern is
you're being a jerk.
Care, and I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm going by school policy at this point. I said 6:30. The email was clear. It was clear enough that everyone else got here at 6:30. I was able to drop them off.
Did they get different instructions? Because I didn't get instructions, and there was no emails that are clear.
Well, we can take a look at that, but right now I have to go by school policy, which is.
You're being a jerk. This is rude. Like, I'm going to fail the program. You're literally going to make me fail the program. Like, what am I going to do?
I'm really sorry. We can talk to the course lead, see if there's something that we can work out.
You're going to choose to do this to me. Like,
I'm not choosing. This is policy. We have to hold everyone to the same policy every time. If we make exceptions, that's not fair to everyone else. School policy is on time. You're not on time, so I'm going to have to send you home. Okay?
Fine.
And I'll send an email to the course lead. You can get in touch with them.
You're a jerk. Yeah, I'm going to talk to someone, and this isn't cool. It's not okay.
That's okay.
I've always been on time, and it's not fair. Yeah. Not fair. this is not okay. Like, I'm a good student, and I show up on time and all the things, so it wasn't my fault that the parking didn't work, and I didn't know where I was going.
Yep.
Nothing
No, I
was
get
right.
it. School policy though, you were late, I have to send you home. So we'll get in touch with who we need to, okay?
Yeah, you're a jerk. I mean,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sitting here in my mind, I'm like, I've been called a lot worse though.
I was like, how far can I push this?
I know.
I was not
Tell
ready.
me what patients actually call me, please.
I was not ready to, and I was like, video.
Good job. Good job again. Really well.
It's been a while since I
You
had
did.
that confrontation, so I was like,
Yeah. Oh, it gets your heartbeat going.
yeah,
a little
like,
bit.
you know.
Brooke's great at that.
Sorry.
You should see her in the ISPs.
It was good.
She always comes in as an actor.
I haven't had that, like, don't, you know, for a while, so you're like, man, I need to get back in my, ready to go.
Why were you doing the
Get my adrenaline
simulation?
going.
Yeah.
Great job staying calm, even though she was escalating, and you just stuck to your guns and just like, this is what it is, this is the policy. I appreciated, although you were much more tolerant for the timelines than I think I would suggest. I would just shut her down and just be like, you're going home, I will notify the lead, you need to get off of campus, I'm going to be going to check on other students, and then I would just, there you go. So then, because it's just this repeat, right? Like your dialogue is getting going, exactly.
And fully appropriate to also just full stop that, like, this is unprofessional and inappropriate for you to talk to me this way when I'm following the policy that you are aware of. And you even mentioned, like, all the other students followed the instructions. You're the only one, right? So, like, it was there, right? So just all those things, so just being like, nope, and saying, like, it's inappropriate to talk to me that way. Because also, the way she was communicating, not only was she late, but the way she communicated with you and about all that would be another professionalism issue. Okay. So explaining all of that when you report to the course lead. Yeah, when you write up your narrative of exactly what happened, because it's very likely that in that case they're going to be getting